Another thing that is a little bit more serious that I wanted to talk about. When we was coming back from the Beltline fest and was just walking the Beltline a bit before we caught the bus to get back on the train to go back to the station to get my whip. We were walking, and there just so happened to be a black woman outside with her daughter, and it was a young man. I don't know if that was her son or friend or whoever, but I'm gonna just assume they both are kids. But we was walking, and she stopped me, and she's like, "Hey, come here, baby." And I was like, "Me?" She's like, "Yes." I was like, "Okay, yes, ma'am." And I walked up to her, and mind you, I looked good, okay? I was in a lovely blue dress, and I had my hair up like this. I didn't have no butterflies because I had a blue flower in my hair that matched my blue dress, because the dress had like blue flowers on it. And then I had like blue gems and like my white eyeliner. I didn't have blue, it was black. But yeah, I still had a little eyeliner thing going on, but and some lip gloss. So it was cute. She was giving cute. She was giving done up, but you know, it was giving what they call light beat, natural beat, soft glam, whatever you want to call it. Okay, I'm not a MUA, so I don't know, but it was giving that. But I personally when I do my like day-to-day makeup, it's usually stuff like this. Like, this is the most I'll do. Every now and then you gonna see me put some eyeshadow on. I don't typically wear like concealer and blush and highlight and stuff like that, but I have nothing against it, right? So mind you, this lady stopped us, and I didn't know what she stopped us for, child. I thought maybe she was just gonna tell me I was pretty because I had got a lot of compliments off of my outfit and everything yesterday. But what she did compliment me and tell me I was pretty, but it kind of took a turn because she was like, can you tell, I have my daughter here, can you tell her that she don't need all that shit on her face? And I look up at her daughter, and her daughter is a beautiful chocolate girl. I don't know, she don't look that anywhere between 17 and 19, probably around the same age as them young white boys I done met. And she had on a work uniform, so I knew she was at least working age. But and she was cute. She had her makeup done, and she had some like pink like highlight on her cheeks and on her nose, and I was just like, okay, do the damn thing. Like, I genuinely thought she looked cute, but her mama was not having it. She was just like, you know, tell her she don't need all that shit on her face. I tried to tell my daughter she looks so beautiful without all that on her face, and I was like, I'm sure she does, but I'm like, she also looks gorgeous the way she is right now, though. And she's like, I mean, no, she's like, no, she looked like a fucking clown. She looked like a fucking clown. And you know, at that point, I was just like, oh no. You know, and I told her, I said, hey, don't. She was like, look at you, you got your makeup done, but you're not overdoing it. You still look natural. Like, she got all that shit on her face looking like a fucking clown. And I said, hey, don't use me to make her feel bad. And she's like, I'm just saying, she don't need all that. Like, you look like a India Arie or something. Like, she just looked like a fucking clown. And she just kept saying how she looks like a fucking clown. And I'm just like, and this is not to like bash that woman or come for her in any sort of way, because like I said, I told her how I felt in front of her, and this is what I ended up saying. Well, I think she looks cute. I don't think it's too much. And that lady looked at me like, she gave me a death stare, and I'm just like, and I proceeded to say something that most people would probably not say to an elderly, well, she wasn't old, she was probably in her 40s, 50s, but most people would not say to an older black mama, if you didn't want my opinion, you shouldn't have stopped me and asked. Is what I ended up saying to this lady. And she was like, you right. You right. But it's just like, I'm just trying to, she don't need all that. And it's just like, I get what you're trying to say. I ended up just being like, I feel you. And she was like, see, that's it. That's all I needed to hear. She feel me. She feel me. You heard that? She feel me. And I realized multiple things within this interaction. At first I told her, I said, the daughter didn't, she's like, come here, come here. She was trying to get the daughter, come talk to me. The daughter's like, I don't want to talk to her. I was like, baby, I am not trying to invade your space. It's fine. You know? But I recognized multiple things. I recognized one, I was like, damn, like, this is, although I understand she was trying to say, baby, you are beautiful naturally, you know, you don't really, I don't think you need all of that. I was just not a fan about the way she was going about it. I didn't think it was appropriate to pick a random stranger off the street and to like then criticize and compare, you know, compare that person to your daughter and then criticize her for how she's choosing to express herself. Like, but I also realized when she said, oh, she said she feel me, that's like, she didn't actually want a real opinion. She just wanted somebody to validate what she thought, hers. She wanted somebody to validate her opinion. And that's why I told her, I was like, if you don't want my opinion, you shouldn't stop me and ask. Because I don't think anything was wrong with how she was wearing her makeup. It's her expression. She's free to wear whatever she wants, however much she wants. If she want to let the highlighter pop and be a beautiful pink pixie princess, she can do that. It's how I feel. And then it just made me think, because today I'm a little bit more, you know, vibrant. It's giving cotton candy. And it's just like, what if I showed up like this? You know, what if I was looking like this when you saw me? Would you still say, oh, you're so beautiful, you know, my daughter need to look more like you? Or would you also tell me, you look like a fucking clown, you need to take some of that shit off? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it just had me thinking about just like how many times, but it also made me realize, and I had empathy for even the mom, because it's like, it made me recognize, oh, at some point in your life, when you try to authentically, genuinely express yourself or anything that was unique to you, somebody shunned or criticized that within you, and you internalize that. And that now that's something that you're putting onto your daughter right now, you know? And so I had empathy for both of them. I really just felt for them. I was just like, damn. And it's, I mean, you never know. One day, she's a little older, so she may be stuck in her ways, but maybe one day she'll come to recognize, like, you know what, I didn't have to do that, you know, to her. Like, I didn't have to try to make an example out of her like that, especially with a stranger, you know what I'm saying? Because that could have been very embarrassing, something like that. Like, who knows how that could have impacted her self-esteem, which is why I said, baby, do you, boo? You're beautiful, you're gorgeous, you know? Because it's just like, how many times have we tried to express ourselves and our authenticity and our uniqueness, and people have come and just shunned us and criticized us and you know, tried to bring us down and tried to diminish that. And it's like, I'm not going to be a part of that. I'm not going to contribute to you trying to dim this girl light. So I'm glad that I stood my ground and said what I said, because I knew she wasn't going to receive it well. When I was like, you don't got to tell her that, or and if you ain't want my opinion, you shouldn't ask. But actually, she did receive it, because she said, you're right. But I also knew that she just wanted to be validated in her opinion. Like, she didn't want to hear nothing other than, nah, you need to take that shit off. I knew that, which is why I'm like, I'm not going there. You brought me into this situation. But it's also like, it just made me recognize and realize, because I relate to that. You know, like, even now, probably somebody will probably see me today, right now, with my glitz and glam and my pretty pink, and tell me I'm doing too fucking much. It's so many times, you know, I dress with the butterflies in my hair regularly, the adornments in my hair. You know, somebody might tell me my blue hair and my bright pink earrings and my pink fanny pack and all that. Somebody might tell me I'm doing too fucking much. And you know what? I don't care. Maybe you're not doing enough. But either way, this is me. I want to express myself this way today, you know? And I can show up as bright and colorful and glittery and glammy as I want, or I could show up toned and earthy and you know, just regular and stripped and bare and natural. And I'm okay, because it's all me. It's all a part of my authentic expression. That's how I chose to express and show myself to the world today. So I really just wanted to end this episode off with just like, you know, be kinder to each other, man. Be kinder to each other. We just need to learn how to accept each other. It's like, you don't have to like something to be respectful of it. Like, just because you don't like something or you don't understand something don't mean you have to just criticize it or tear it down, you know. It's too many other shit going on in the world trying to do that, trying to diminish our light, trying to take, like, drain us of our energy and of our uniqueness. I celebrate authentic, unique expression because that's who you are, and not a lot of people have the confidence to show up authentically, and definitely not uniquely, because they don't want to stand out. But it's like, baby, if you was born to stand out, then do that shit, period. As somebody who is accepting that I was born to stand out and being embracing that, yeah, I want other people to know, like, it's okay. You can stand out too. And you look beautiful doing that shit. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise. And even if they do tell you, dust that shit off, because that ain't got nothing to do with you. That's their prerogative, respectfully. But yeah, so that's what I wanted to talk about on today. And yeah, I'm getting ready to go to a release party / birthday solar return. That's why, you know, I'm dressed up, because I'm gonna be cute at the party. But yeah, man, be true, be you, baby. Be your best and brightest self. Okay, that's what I want to leave y'all with today. Till next time, peace.